What is going on, everyone? Joe from HOGOUT. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday night. The weekend is packed here at HOGOUT. I got a lot of things I have to do, but I did create 2 videos. This is the first of the videos. In this video, I show you how I create a lay box for your gravid female. Now, this lay box I am making is for Autumn. Autumn is huge. She produces the most eggs out of any of my females, and she is packed right now, guys. Out of brumation, she was 380 grams, and I weighed her today before I put her in her lay box. 565 grams. She's huge. She averages every year about 22 to 23 eggs on her first clutch, second clutch around 18 eggs. Man, wait until you see the end of this video, guys. So make sure you watch to the end of the video because I introduce Autumn to her lay box, and guys, my females love egg boxes. They get so comfortable. They lay in there. They shed in there. They're pre-lay shed. And of course, they lay their eggs in there too as well. So with all that being said, I'm going to show you how I create a lay box for your gravid female. Let's do that here on HOGOUT. All right, everybody, here we go. Let's create a pre-lay box or a lay box for Autumn. Autumn is huge, out of brumation, 380 grams. Weighed her today, 564 grams. She is currently, zombie mode, going through her pre-lay shed right now. She should be shedded out here in the next 4 days. And then about 10 days after that, she's going to lay her eggs. But what I want to do, I want to create a lay box now, let her get used to it, let her shed inside it, let her feel comfortable, and so she can lay her pearly whites, and she usually averages around 22, 23 eggs on her first clutch. Last year was all fertile, 23 fertile, no slugs last year on her first clutch. So we hit her ovulation, perfect. She had ovulation shed. 2 days after, she locked up, so she's huge. No doubt she's going to lay a lot of fertile. But with that being said, let's get on to what I use here to create a lay box. I use this awesome fine coco core. It's awesome. I'll show you how to expand that. And the next thing we're going to use, which holds humidity very well, is this terrarium sphagnum moss. The kids call it spag moss nowadays, so that's pretty cool, yo. Spag moss, so we're going to use some spag moss. And of course we have 2 bottles of water. Fine quality H2O, Deer Park water we're going to use to expand this coco core. And then we have this clear bowl here. This clear bowl is just for the excess. So what I'll do is I'll wrap up the excess coco core, and I'll use that for the egg boxes that I'm going to need, probably like 3 or 4 for Autumn, and we'll stick them in the incubator to get them nice and warm. And then we'll use them the day she lays the eggs. Oh, and the last item I forgot to tell you about, guys, I use these Rubbermaid bowls, tubs, 1.5 gallon, 5.6 liter. They're awesome. And of course, here's the lid for the lay box. I'm going to clean it off a little bit, spray it off, just a little dust on it from last year. And of course, I cut a perfect hole here. It's about a 4x3 hole. It's a perfect circle, and we'll put that on top. All right. All right, guys, the first thing you want to do is take the wrapper off the brick of coco core. And then what we're going to do is we're going to slowly pour water on the top of the brick here, let it expand, and we'll break it apart as it grows. Watch, you're going to see it grow. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to try to get it all over. And it takes about 2 bottles of water to get it fully expanded. So we'll let that sit there for a couple minutes and let it expand a little bit. Alright, we're going to do a second bottle here. Second bottle, again, nice and slow. Then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate this brick and let it soak the rest of the water up. That's what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. As you can see, it's starting to break apart off the top now. I can hear my pairing in the back going at it. I got a male and female paired up now, so they're going at it. Let that there sit for a couple minutes, and then what we're going to do, we're going to rotate the brick of coco core. Alright, the next thing we're going to do, we're not going to break it up yet. We're going to put it on its side and let it soak up. Let it soak. And we're going to do that on all 4 corners, so we'll do the long side and the short sides on the brick and let it soak it up. And what it'll do, it will soak it up pretty fast. So let it sit there for a few minutes. And next we're going to lay it flat on this end. You can see how no water hit it yet. So we're going to lay it flat on this end and let it soak it up. Alright, everybody, as you can see, the coco core has soaked up all the water. Now what we're going to do is just going to break it down a little bit here and mix it in. And as you can see on the inside, the coca core, it's still dry because the water didn't really penetrate it, but that's all we need. We don't need that much, so I think that's good. All right, since I broke it in half, we're going to use this inside this, but we're going to put a little water on here just to break it up. Just a little bit of water, and then we should be fine for our lay box. All right, let's pour some water on this, very slow. We're just going to cover it all. Just get it soaked up a little bit. We're going to take our time here, guys. So all you got to do is just take your time. That's all. Just take your time. We'll let it soak up. Just going to break up the dry stuff a little bit, mix it in with the moist stuff. And this should be good enough for a lay box, guys. It's the perfect amount. Perfect amount. What we're going to do is just mix it up. Mix it up and crunch it up. We're going to get all this moisture in here with the dry stuff and just mix it up. Now, next thing you want to do is the squeeze test. What we're going to do here is move this tub over or overflow. Just squeeze it. See all that water? We don't want that. See that water? We don't want that water in there. Around and around. We'll put the good stuff there. And we'll squeeze test here. Yeah, we don't want all that water in there. See all that water? That's not good. Now it looks like all that water is not really in the substrate, but when you squeeze it, you can tell there's a lot of water in there. We just want it nice and damp. Now when you look at this, you're like, yeah, there's not that much water in there. Look at that. It looks nice, right? Nope, wrong. Look at all that water. We don't want that water in there. I'll keep on saying it. So what we're left with, which is good for Autumn, is because she's going through her pre-lay shed. This will be moist enough for her to have a nice pre-lay shed. It will dry up a little bit over the next few days. So this is good for Autumn to have her pre-lay shed in. She'll have a nice clean one-piece shed. And what's good about this is over the next few days, it'll dry up a little bit, but it'll still have a nice moisture to it, nice humidity levels for her to lay her eggs. And of course, I'll check it every 3 to 4 days. If it gets too dry, what I'll do is I'll spray it with a spray bottle, just get a little bit more moisture in there for the eggs to hold that humidity, level up high. All right, the last thing we got to add to our coca core substrate here for Autumn, for a pre-lay shed and for laying eggs, is spag moss. All right, guys, spag moss is in. What we're going to do is we're just going to break it apart. We're going to mix it in with the coca core, and then we're going to. What this is going to do is, of course, it's bone dry. What it's going to do is going to suck up some of that moisture that I didn't get out by squeezing it, and what it's going to do is it's going to absorb some of that moisture. Let's break it up. So there you have it, everyone. The final product: spag moss with spag moss. The kids like to say spag moss with the fine coca core. And I think Autumn is going to love it, man. So let's put this in Autumn's terrarium. Let's get her out. She's zombie mode right now. Let's introduce her to her lay box. Of course, her egg box as well. And she's going to be happy. I'm telling you. I'm like, when I put my females in their lay box, they love it. All right, guys. We got the lay box done. Looks freaking amazing. It's where she's going to lay her eggs to as well. We're going to keep her in here until she lays her eggs. So let's see how big she is, guys. You ready? You're going to freak out. Zombie girl. Look how big she is, guys. Woo! My zombie girl. Loaded with eggies. Alright, let's make it stress-free. Let's put her inside. Let's put the lid on. Oh man, she's huge. Look at that. There you go, girl. Alright, let's put the top on and she should be good to go. Now what I do, which you will not do, is I don't close the lid all the way down. I just lay it on top. She'll come out and then we'll put her water ball right here. And then she'll come out and she'll drink from the water ball. So, and then she should be good to go. Awesome! Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.
So there you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to create a lay box. This is how I do it. I hope it works for you. In my next video tomorrow, I'm going to give you a breeding update, guys. I have a surprise for you. I'm pretty excited about what happened today or this morning with one of my females, and I'm going to share that information with you tomorrow. Check it out. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. This is Joe from HOGOUT. I'm out. Cheers, guys.